Welcome to the presentation of Recognizing Letters and Sounds Through Names and Familiar Words by Gracie Price. A little bit of an introduction on why letter and sound recognition matters. Recognizing letters and their sounds is an essential foundation for reading and writing. Students learn best when instruction includes familiar words, especially their own names. Personalized learning increases motivation, engagement, and confidence while strengthening phonemic awareness. Students who can recognize letters in their own name can basically pick out any other letters that are in different words that are in their name. So if their name is, I'm going to use mine for an example. My name's Gracie. I could pick out the letters GRACIE in different words and know what sound they make. The first name I'm going to use is Emma. The first thing you need to do is display Emma's name on a name card. Then you will have the students trace each letter of the name with their finger or a pointer while saying the names of the letters. They will identify each sound. So E is because Emma, and then M is M. Another M is M, and the A is Emma. Build a name using different letter techniques. This one I chose was using magnetic letters. A multisensory learning example is a visual, which is the name card. Auditory is saying each letter and sound aloud. And the last one is tracing and building the name. And then at the end, ask the students to identify each letter independently and listen for the correct letter sounds. The next word I'm going to use is cat. And with the same word as Emma, you're going to show a picture of a cat, whether that be your own, a cartoon, or a cute little picture you find on the internet. Then you're going to have your students stretch out the words, the sounds of the words. And that's C, A, and T, which is k, a, t. Then you build the words with some letter tiles, like I said, or whatever you have to use at home. And then have the students do a physical way to know how to listen for the sound of the word. So the example I used was hop for each sound they hear. So when they hear k and they hop, and then they hear ah and they hop, and then they hear t and they hop. A multi-sensory learning example is using picture clues, speaking sounds out loud, moving the movement through hopping, and hands-on letter manipulation. The next word I'm going to use is sun. The activity I chose was to read through the word together using magnetic letters to practice how to spell the printed word. Clap for each sound. So you're going to do search the room or your classroom for the letters SUN so you know how to spell sun. The multisensory learning is the visual word recognition, the auditory sound practice, and the hands-on exploration and movement. Why we use multisensory instruction. It engages visual and auditory learners, improves memory and letter sound retention, and encourages active participation, makes literacy instruction fun and meaningful, and it supports the diverse learners and early readers. Assessing the students' progress. We observe students during activities, use letter sounds and checklists. We ask the students to identify the letters in their names. We listen as the students produce the letter sounds, and we monitor students while building words with manipulatives. In conclusion, Learning letters and sounds through students' names and familiar words builds a strong literacy foundation. Personalized, hands-on instructions help students connect letters with sounds in meaningful ways. Multisensory learning strengthens phonemic awareness. It increases student engagement, builds confidence, and prepares children for a successful reading, writing, and future academic achievement. Thank you once again for listening to my presentation on recognizing letters and sounds through names and familiar words. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.